Oh, are we going?
Yeah.
Are we on? Are we live?
You didn't put the screen on. I didn't know.
What?
Oh, is it not on? Sorry.
No, that's
It is on.
Yeah, but not the lead-in time for the... Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 30.
Hello, everybody.
It's a JB
Episode
Waffle Hour.
30. Oh my God.
You walked in the middle of an argument between me and Bertie there. Domestic.
We are 30 episodes in.
30 episodes
That is
in.
insane.
JB Waffle Hour on Waffle Wednesdays. Every Wednesday,
30
7:02 a.m.
episodes deep.
Make sure wherever you listen to our fabulous
Mature.
podcast
Sorry,
that you
Bert.
comment, you like it, you follow us, subscribe to us. We've got a YouTube channel, a TikTok channel. We're on Instagram at the
Sexy
JB Waffle
dance.
Hour.
Yeah.
We dropped the podcast because it's just cleaner that way.
Yeah.
So it's the JB Waffle Hour now.
Yep. Yeah.
And comment and stuff and interact. We love a bit of interaction.
Yeah.
Yes.
The old Instagram
It's
stuff.
impossible not to reach us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even you throw enough stones at something, it's going to
You
hit.
close your eyes and reach out and you'll be
Yeah.
able to touch us. We're everywhere.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can email us too at the jbwafflehour@gmail.com.
Yeah.
Very nice.
People that don't have phones can email us.
Particularly that girl we give socks to. Give us an
Never
email,
contacted
please.
back.
Did you email her?
Every week. No, I didn't.
No,
No,
right.
I'm
I
not.
thought we were going to source that.
Yeah.
No.
I thought it might be weird.
You might get free stuff because we're desperate for people to email us.
Don't say that.
Well, no, we're not. We're not desperate whatsoever.
He's desperate.
Our
not.
inbox is full.
Me and John aren't desperate. Bertie is. He really wants to give away socks.
If you can't reach us at the air code of the
Don't do that.
call over.
Are you making socks out of the sheep's wool? Is that what it is? Are you just trying to get rid of them?
That would be amazing, but the wool just falls off.
What? Like what? What?
It just falls off. That's why I bought these particular sheep. They're the only sheep in the world the wool falls off.
What? You don't have to shear them.
No,
It just falls off.
it just falls off.
I was like instantly.
If
As in
you
the-
if you look down the field now, you can see all these little white dots, and it's all the little bits of wool falling off the sheep.
Do you think there's going to be like Chris Rock is going to start making jokes about them?
Well, it's not sheepapisha.
Alopecia sheep.
It's just that the wool is falling off.
Do not make fun of alopecia.
Does it come off in the shape of a jacket? Like as in,
Straight
like you'll
into a
just see,
jacket.
you'll just see,
with the four legs ready to go.
you'll just see a sheep-shaped piece of wool. No,
Blowing in the wind across the field.
That's where my sheep used to be.
why is my sheep flying? Oh, it's that damn wool again.
Be like in the cartoons, you know, when something like took off really quickly, and the
Oh
shape
yeah,
of them was left.
yeah, in the cloud.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. So how are you, Bert? How are you, John? How was your weekend?
How you doing? Good.
Good. I'm good.
Weekend, yeah, it's good. Still doing my greenhouse and all that jazz.
It's not finished yet.
No, every time I come across a little issue, ran out. The landscaper didn't give me enough slabs.
Oh,
Yeah, didn't have enough dust. And then when I was building the actual greenhouse, I realised that I needed to get into the side of the greenhouse where, see, I had it butted up against the shed.
huh.
And I realised that I actually needed to get into the side of the greenhouse and I can't
Right.
reach it, so I have to
Oh, for what?
go back
for,
to the drawing board on that.
Oh, sugar. Did you, so
for opening the side of it or something, is it?
No, to put on the windows, the roof windows, you need to be able to
Oh.
slide them up.
oops.
Yes.
Did you ever hear the phrase like, was it measure twice, cut once? Did you hear
Nope,
measure
never
right?
heard of it.
That would have been handy about 2 weeks ago when you were starting this.
Let me write that down.
So are your slabs and all your ground currently?
Slabs are done, concrete is done.
But
Yeah.
is
too
that
small.
in the wrong place now?
No, it's absolutely perfect still. Like, the
Okay.
greenhouse is 75% built. Like, I have the roof all the way up to the roof, and I need to put glass on the roof, but the way it's designed, it needs to be slid in from the bottom.
Oh, I get you.
You get me?
Yeah, I understand.
So one side, I can't slide it in. The other side, I can. So what I'm going to do is take off the roof and then slide it in from the ground and then put the back roof back
yeah,
on.
okay. So you'll need some sort of assistance with that.
Yeah, the brother's coming over in the morning.
Very nice.
The bro.
On the bro. Is he particularly strong?
He's coming over in the morning.
As strong as I am.
On a Thursday morning.
So
pretty strong.
take that as you will.
Yeah,
Strong.
You taking the day off to do?
Yeah, well, I'm taking a day off to do it, yeah.
Do you work now yet?
That's the point of working remotely, isn't it?
To build a greenhouse.
Yeah. I thought that's what people do when they're remote working.
All right. Yeah.
Is it? Are you doing like a customer review thing? Is it from your company?
It is one of my company, or the company I work for, not my company.
Yeah.
But yes, it's one of our greenhouses.
Outdoor John.
Outdoor living.ie, you'll find greenhouses
Green
there.
living.
Where's it you work?
Outdoorliving.ie.
Outdoorliving.ie.
Outdoorliving.ie. Yeah.
All right, okay.
Outdoor living is the best living.
All right. And it's outdoorliving.ie.
.ie. Yeah.
All right, okay, cool.
Is that your tag on your? Is that your tagline? Like,
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
is it?
Yeah. Outdoor living's the best living.
Oh, damn it! I thought you just came up with that. I was
No,
like,
it's not.
That's good.
It was made up by the marketing guy a while ago. I can't take credit for
What
that.
do you think of the new jingle last week? Leanne's jingle.
I love it.
Yeah.
It was good.
I need to do a little bit of work on the guitar. It's a bit reverby or something, but yeah.
The
It's-
perfectionist.
Yeah. It just sounds a bit far away.
I like
or
the little
something.
ending. That, yeah.
Hopefully,
I like that as well,
People
yeah.
have listened by now and had got some good information off it.
Yeah.
Did you like the name?
I did. Yeah.
Did you get it?
No.
Oh.
Why does she parachute or something?
No,
No, the name of the
Nostra
episode.
Scotty.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant Leanne drops in.
Oh,
Is that
right,
what you're talking about?
That's pretty straightforward.
I
I
thought
think.
she was like a parachute person or something. And
No,
it's
I
just-
wasn't trying to be smart there.
She reviews parachutes. I did, yeah. I said that, I think, during the podcast today. At one stage.
Yeah, you did. You're talking about Notre Dame and
Nostra
predicting
Scotus. And then
future.
I thought I was going to put it up on my Instagram this morning and I was going to name it Scottstradamus.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I actually said Nostra Scotus, did I?
And no, you actually said Notre Dame, and I just put your names together.
Oh, right, okay. Very
No,
clever.
you did say Nostra
I think I
Scotty.
did.
Oh, did
yeah.
you? Oh,
yeah,
right,
I think
apologies.
I did. Yeah, you're trying to steal my shit, man.
Oh,
It's okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
But that's where you got the idea from self-consciously.
Oh, okay. Self-consciously or subconsciously?
Subconsciously, maybe?
Yeah, subconsciously, I'd say.
Yes.
oh, we really have to do that episode.
Bertie's
about the
definitely not
words.
self-conscious.
No, go around stealing people's fucking ideas.
So, fist count, fight count.
Yeah,
okay.
Let's sort this shit out.
We're eating one. And just let me get the wrapper out of here.
Don't you be turning people
Sorry,
on.
this is really loud.
Just before Scotty comes in with the news, we just have to like sort his shit out.
Ooh.
So John brought over some discounts.
They're not. It's Viscount.
No.
Oh
It's
my
Vice counts.
Vice counts.
As in, I have a vice.
Yeah, Vice count.
Oh,
It's in movies. Literally, it's Vice count.
I feel a poll on Instagram coming up.
Okay, hold on. I'll just ask Siri. Hey, Siri. Oh, she's not even listening to me. It's not the only woman in my life
I
not
was just going
listening
to say
to
that.
me. Screw her.
Well, I think it's called Vice counts. Just letting you know.
Where are they from originally? Are they not French? No.
Le Viscount.
I don't know, actually.
Viscount. I thought it was a
They're-
silent
they're
S.
from the UK, I think.
All right, okay. I could be completely wrong, but sure, anyway.
They're nice.
Will we get into the news?
Yep, sure. Fire ahead.
Okay, my news. Let's get into it.
Yes.
Love
Love news.
All right, so I don't know if you saw this, maybe you didn't, maybe you did. An airplane passenger this week, just gone, with no idea how to fly, successfully lands a plane after the pilot becomes sick. Did you hear about it?
I heard about it.
Was this
Yeah.
Naked Gun 33 and a third?
No, it was not.
No.
This actually happened in real life.
Can
So-
anybody fly a plane?
Surely you can't be serious.
I am serious. It's a Cessna Caravan, so a little small Cessna, you know, those yokes. And the pilot became unwell, and he had to jump into the hot seat, and he guided it down without ever flying a plane before. Guided it down to
Like
safety.
a simulator? Anything? No.
Nothing.
Nothing. He's just a passenger.
Zero. And with the help of the ground controller, I
Oh,
guess.
so
To Major Tom. They jumped in and...
Sure, someone could do like open heart surgery if there was like a doctor telling them what to do. Like
I'd like to see you try.
yeah, we can give that a go if you like.
I thought he just hopped in like and nobody told him anything and he figured it out.
No, yeah, no.
still-
It is. Bertie is technically correct. Like someone did tell him how to do it, but
Yeah, that's cheating.
Yeah, but they're words. They're words. He's actually standing there holding... Oh, oops. Holding the joystick of a plane. And if he does the wrong thing...
It's not a joystick.
He's...
It's like a-
Oh, yeah, sorry. It's a yeah. It's
Yeah.
a
Was-
steering wheel. That
was-
makes it completely different. It's
Yeah.
fine then.
is the original pilot okay?
Yeah, I believe he survived.
Nobody cares.
Yeah, no one cares about that part of the story. The guy who was in the plane survived anyway. That's the heroic part. But I just thought that was phenomenal that he was.
It is, no, I mean,
it's one of those moments where you kind of you look back on. Well, you wouldn't if you died, but you look back on, and we have several of these moments in our lives when we look back at them, we're like, damn it, I wish I would have reacted that way. Do you know when you like someone says something to you and you have the argument with them then about 5 minutes later and you're like,
I know, yeah, but what am
That
I?
would have been class.
Oh, they're gone.
I would have been more impressed if it was like an Airbus A380 or something, you know, like the big ones.
Or like the
Yeah.
ones out Top Gun.
Or a Top Gun one, yeah.
Yeah.
Where there's like
Like a fighter.
a civilian passenger in the back for some random reason.
There's a million scenarios where this would be more impressive, but it's pretty impressive that he survived.
Well done to him if he's listening to the podcast.
well done, dude.
Because you're right, you're in instances like that, maybe like someone gets injured or you witness a car crash or something, and you're thinking like,
Yeah.
you'd like to hope that
Yeah,
you
what would you have done? Yeah.
What would you do? Like, there was the other thing was the fairground ride. I don't have the source or anything there, but a fairground ride, I think in the States, it's one of those kind of roundy yokes. There was a load of people in it.
Ferris wheel.
No, it wasn't a Ferris wheel. It was kind of, so it's got seats on it on this side, so it's like this kind of a shape here, and then it's got a big thing that goes up, and then
visual descriptions are great on the podcast.
it flies around like this, and there's people in it. And anyway, the bottom of it became unstable, and it started rocking back and forth like that. So it was gonna topple over with all these people in it and numbers of casualties. But a fella saw that this was happening and ran straight over, jumped on the bottom. And then numbers of people kind of jumped on and helped him, were able to pull it back down again, and it stopped, and everyone was safe. So it's those situations. Have you ever been in a situation where you look at it and you're like, you just freeze?
I've seen one actually, and it was in America. Do you know these like mad junctions they have, like where there's like 20 lanes all coming to a set of traffic lights?
Yeah.
And a woman had like a seizure and she like blacked out or unconscious or something when she was coming to the lights. So the car just kept going.
Sugar.
And then people realised, and most people were just driving around, I don't know what the fucking crazy bitch is doing.
Yeah.
But like a few realised what was going on, and they jumped out and ran over and tried like stop the car from rolling.
Yeah, yeah.
And then this other lad like picked up something and was trying to bait in the back window and all, and like they saved their life.
Janie Mac.
It is true though. You don't know what you'll do in those situations, and you kind of go and fantasize of, totally be able to, like, let's say a terrorist attack.
Yeah, yeah.
Where like two guys in AKs are running down the street shooting people. Naturally, you'd go, I'd obviously like try and knock them out, get the gun, and then go shooting the other guy with the gun. Like naturally, you know. But you try and do it, but you know, like you fail miserably.
Yeah, you'd be just a dead loser.
Yeah, you'd be the first one shot.
Probably in the penis, first of all.
But you'd probably go like, that's what I try to. Obviously, try to save people, but you just freeze or run along with other people.
And everyone stops and looks at you and starts laughing. It's like, look at that guy with no penis.
Well, that's
just grab other people and pull them down.
do the flippy thing you see in the movies, like someone's pointing a gun and you just flip it and then you have the gun.
Yeah, exactly that.
You don't fit yourself.
Oh yeah, you always fantasize about these things happening.
But that's why first aid courses are so important.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you do it because, like, even in those, it's not about how accurately you do it. It's just that you do it.
Yeah.
Whatever the case.
It's muscle memory. It has to be muscle memory.
Yeah,
like
memory,
I've saved my dad from choking like about 7 times.
No way.
Yeah, he's a bit of a throat issue or whatever, and he chokes a lot.
Jeez.
And there was one particular time, only like about 2 months ago, maybe 3, that it was the closest, because usually you get it on the slaps.
Right.
Sometimes you have to do the upward thrust movement.
Oh my god.
And then the last time was like I was on the 4th go, and literally I had done the slaps, I had done 4 upward thrusts, and it still wasn't going. And like I said, I was like looking at Mum thinking, if it doesn't happen now, it's ambulance time, like.
Right.
So what can you do? And I went for the last one, and I was just about to say, you better call the ambulance or whatever, and it came up as a bit of a rasher, like.
Oh
That's
my god.
crazy. Yeah, that's crazy actually, Bertie.
Yeah.
Wow. So you're like an expert of saving people from choking.
Well, my dad.
Yeah, but like if you've seen someone choking in a restaurant, you'd be accustomed to that, so you could technically save someone if you wanted.
Yeah, I'd done CPR before as well.
Did you tell us about that?
Yeah. I've only.
The person wasn't even choking. You just went up and kissed someone.
No, it's
Did this happen in Buck Mulligan's on like a Saturday night?
it was in Dublin on a night out actually, and there was this one, and I had walked by her, and I was with some friends and other friends, and she was lying on the ground. You just think she's drunk or whatever, but she wasn't moving or whatever. And we had gone to get takeaway, and I don't know, it's something in my head said. And I rarely go back to them or whatever, because you just think like they're passed out drunk or whatever.
You rarely go back to corpses.
Yeah,
it
exactly.
Rarely ever happens.
No. And I was thinking like, what? I know. Just something in me said I better go back and check on her, and then realised she wasn't breathing or whatever.
Oh my god!
And I was literally probably had done the first aid. This was probably my second refresher, so I was a couple of years qualified and had done a refresher on it.
Yeah.
And we just realised that she wasn't breathing or whatever. We tried to wake her up or whatever. You see that her chest wasn't going up and down. Just started doing CPR. One of the lads rang an ambulance, said the chippers, we were outside or whatever, and we were doing it, and we swapped over. I think we were doing it for about, it probably only like 12, 15 minutes.
That's a long time.
But it felt like fucking
Jesus.
It's
ages.
super important to do that, though.
But it mightn't have even been. It could only been 7. I can't remember actually, but it felt like a long time.
That's still a lot of
Yeah.
time. So she wasn't breathing.
No.
For 15 minutes.
Yeah.
What happened there?
It probably was. It felt like really long, but like literally, I don't know. Like it's not that we were timing it.
Yeah, of course.
It felt really long. It felt like 15 minutes. Maybe in that kind of situation, maybe it was only 5 minutes. I don't know.
Even 5 is unbelievable. So what happened to her?
Came the paramedics took over, or ENTs, whatever they're called, and they took over, put her in the back of the ambulance and away.
You never heard anything about it?
No, never knew what happened to
And
her.
she wasn't resuscitated by the time she was in the back of the ambulance?
No, they took over the resuscitation, then we kind of backed away, like, or whatever, because you let them do their job or whatever.
Yeah.
And they hooked her up to the things, and they done the defib and all. And I can't remember, because like you're obviously not listening, you're not tapping them on the shoulder saying,
Yeah, of course. You just want to get out of the way at that
yeah.
stage.
So although I don't think they would have put her in the back of the ambulance if they didn't get something on the defib or something like.
You just leave her sitting there, like.
No, like they were still working on her.
Oh, okay.
You know,
yeah,
so
yeah,
there must
yeah.
have been something. She was still hooked up to everything when she went in the back ambulance. So obviously, if she was gone, I don't know. Did it put the sheet over and put her in the back ambulance? I don't know. They're still
Sure.
working on her. So
I wouldn't imagine so. They wouldn't want to freak on her out in the street either, especially if you've been working on her already, maybe.
and then there's a few times had to call an ambulance and work just for minor things.
Right.
One girl shot herself with an arrow.
Oh, I can see how that could happen.
That is
Yeah.
pretty cool.
That's a good way to go.
She was like pulling back, once again visual, pulling back the arrow, and like there's a ledge that the arrow sits on the bow,
I
and
know
it
it
slipped off and went through here.
Yeah.
But it was like a puncture wound, so your man wanted to pull it out. I said, no, Jesus, leave it there.
Yeah.
Because it was stopping the blood coming out.
Yeah, no, leave it.
Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely.
And then one poor girl dislocated her hip off a trampoline a few years ago. Then
Jesus.
yeah.
she like put her leg in between
Yeah, I know where this is
the
going.
trampoline bit and the bar, and she fell and her hip popped out. Like,
Oh.
so that was bad. I'm lucky enough working during the day. Not much stuff happens during the day. The poor lads in the evening time when the football is on and everything. Jesus, they have to
just
call ambulances the whole time.
Lads being distracted and stuff and not keeping an eye on what they're doing.
No, just out in games like in
Oh,
ACLs,
okay, yeah,
ankles,
yeah.
things like that, because all the games are on in the evening time, like, so.
Yeah.
You know.
That's a good use of that story. That's a good use of training.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Two ambulances came yesterday. Actually, something happened. Someone in an exam must have fainted or something. Maybe hit their head or something. I don't know. But
Jeez.
2 came. So I don't know whether that was whoever rang them's fault or the dispatcher's fault. But 2 turned up anyway. Maybe they needed 2. I don't know what was wrong with her now. I don't know.
Yeah, a leg for each ambulance, maybe.
Had a fair amount of ambulances called in Soup Value, but that was generally elderly people collapsing.
Yeah. I'm not sure. Do you have to pay? I don't know. Do you have to pay for ambulances?
No, I think I heard the figure.
Yeah, I think so.
500 quid or
Did you get a bill? Yeah, if you survive. I think it gets charged to the state if you don't.
HSE or something like that, you know. Put the money towards
You're
the
damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. But definitely doing the first aid courses gives you a bit more confidence. Even simple things like when people get injured on a pitch,
Yeah.
that you'll do something like, we were playing soccer there 7 years ago, was it? It was my first season with Park Celtic, and one of the lads got concussion, like really bad. Like he went up for a header, clash of heads. He said, "Oh, I'm fine." Played on, and he was like walking in midfield, and he just collapsed. Like,
Jesus.
so I held his head for like, must have been 30 minutes lying on the ground, holding his head, because we didn't know what was wrong, whether it was a spine thing or not. We just can't try and keep him still. And that was what we thought was the best thing to do. And then they came and said, yeah, no, it was good. And apparently you're not meant to do that now anymore either.
Right.
People are getting sued.
Ooh.
Yeah. So the best thing is to, like they say, just to pack stuff either side.
Yeah.
And just be trying to talk them through, just to stay quiet or whatever, if you think it's a spinal thing or a neck thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it definitely gives you confidence for things like that. Like when people even break their fingers or injuries, to be able to be calm and assess it, like,
Yeah.
because obviously the worst thing to go over if something's after happening to someone is like, oh my god, your leg.
Does the college tell you, okay, first thing you do is run over, and then the second thing you do is say, I can't touch that because we might get sued. So good luck.
Well, that's why someone told me once that's why it's not called the Heimlich anymore, because Dr. Heimlich kept getting sued.
Oh, was he a bit of a Bill Cosby?
No, just because people were choking and dying, and because
Oh, right.
it was called the Heimlich. He
Jesus.
got done. I don't know whether that's true or not.
Makes sense.
That only works half of the time,
Yeah.
for God's sake.
But if you ever do go over to somebody and it's like an accident, or first is make sure you're safe, the scene is safe before you enter it, because there's no point the ambulance coming and having to deal with 2 casualties.
Yeah.
So never go somewhere
Yeah, I
that's
think
not safe
the
enough.
worst thing that can happen is people that don't have any experience in doing first aid, carrying out first aid, because you could be causing more damage.
Yeah,
Like, let's say
yeah.
a car crash, I've always been told to leave the patient in the car. Don't
Yeah.
take them out whatsoever.
Yeah.
Unless it's on fire.
The thing is, you have to assess the safety, both of you and of the person as well. And all you're doing is making them comfortable. Like, if they're obviously a bad car crash, you don't let them move, or you might have to keep
Just
their head
get
still.
into the back
or whatever.
seat, keep their head still.
Yeah,
and all that.
maybe things like that, and just to make them comfortable or whatever. Or if there's bleeding, try and stop the bleeding. If there's anything in them, leave it in. Don't pull it out. You know, things like that. But the funny thing about car crashes is, actually, I've only ever been in one car crash,
Yeah.
and that's when the other John Dorn crashed into a wall,
Okay.
and I was expecting the car to go on fire.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't go on fire. So movies have lied to me.
Were you let down?
I was expecting
Did you do that run away like in the,
Like the
slow
A-Team.
motion, and then into the air and
expecting
roll.
to do the jump, but then nothing happened.
No,
And then you landed in quicksand.
no. John got knocked out because obviously it was a 99 feet of Punto with no airbags.
Yeah.
Jesus.
And so I hopped into the back seat and lay down and tried to kick the back
Go
door
sleep.
open. Go sleep, had to rest. And then I ran round and then opened his door and undone the seatbelt and took him out, like, because I was expecting it to like go on fire.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
insane.
Years of Knight Rider have
Yeah.
trained you for this
I
moment.
think we were only 18. We were going to a football match on a Sunday morning.
All right.
I haven't experienced any of that stuff. You seem to be a bit of a magnet of emergency situations.
Well, that's going over years. Like, sure, I was 18 when
Have you ever been in any emergency situations, Scotty?
Only ones that I've been involved in myself, where I have been the casualty.
What was that?
When in 1998 I went to France on a holiday with my mum, just me and my mum. Oddly enough, I don't know why that happened that way, but we were Eiffel Tower, and then it was really hot. There was these fountains across from the Eiffel Tower,
I know it.
and everyone was in there swimming and stuff. You're not really meant to be in there. No, but everyone was in there, and that was grand.
Cool,
so
cool.
I took off my shoes. I was about 10 maybe at the time, and I jumped on in, and immediately I was like, oh shit, something bad is after happening. Jumped back out again and looked down, and there was just red blood everywhere. So there was glass in the pool.
Glass.
And I just
Fuckers.
jumped straight down onto it.
Go
came
straight
back
through
out.
your foot.
Yeah, just straight up into my foot.
Oh,
and,
my goodness.
And then so I sat down on the side of the thing. My mum was like, she was way up at the top of the thing. She was looking at me. She's like, oh, he's sitting.
She just
down.
seen a pool of red blood going
but
around
she
you.
noticed it and ran down, obviously, and then they called a fire brigade. Interestingly enough, because
That's what they do in France.
apparently so. And they came over and they sprayed me with the hose.
Where is the fire?
Yeah, they just took me to hospital and then stitched up my foot. And that was
They
it.
have posh sirens in France.
I didn't notice them.
They definitely have a unique siren, yeah.
Yeah, they do, yeah.
But that's it. I had one thing in Trim one evening where I was it was bringing it back to the situation where you think you wish you'd reacted how you think you'd reacted.
Yeah.
So for a little while I was doing jiu-jitsu, Brazilian jiu-jitsu.
Nice, yeah.
For at this stage it was about 3 or 4 years. I was decent enough at it, but I'd never really got a chance to use it, and that was fine. You're not really meant to get a chance to use it.
I wouldn't say so.
Well, I would have loved to have used it at any stage. I was running, like I used to go jogging in the evenings, and
Just waiting for someone to hop out on you.
just in case, someone would hop out. I used to live in Trim, so I'd jog around Trim or whatever. And Pete Duffy, do you know? Yeah, they used to own the High Horse there.
Yeah.
I was running by the High Horse, and someone was outside there, having a stern conversation with Pete. And then I ran up and then I ran back around again just to see if he was all right. And when I turned around, this fella was swinging punches at Pete, and it was pretty violent. Your man was obviously locked. So I ran back down the street again, and I wasn't thinking or anything. I just jumped on his back
Nice.
and did this rear naked choke and got him, and I got him down onto the ground.
Did you choke him out?
No, I didn't put him unconscious. I got the choke in and left it in, and then kind of released it and then put it back in, released it. But then I managed to stay on him, and then I got his legs and stuff like that. But it was all just the jiu-jitsu stuff that I've been doing for years.
It's legendary.
Just came into, and then police came, whatever, took him, And I got up and I was like, oh, cheers, Pete, and I just walked off really fucking class. Went back into my jog again, and I jogged around the corner, and I realized
no, you realize your penis is out the whole time.
No, I'd like done my hamstring, and so I limped off. Then I ran down to the edge of the road in agony, just trying to look cool, and then around the corner, and then immediately started limping down the road.
That's priceless.
Yeah.
The adrenaline kind of hit that, I'd say.
Yeah. It was a long old walk home, though, that evening.
That's great.
That was the one time I got to use it, and I haven't used it again since. So. And haven't done it since either. Yeah.
God, you shouldn't have to use it.
No. But it's good to know, though.
It's
Really,
good
really
to
good to know. Yeah.
Did we finish the news?
No.
That was the news.
That was the first topic.
Waffling. Just waffling on
I'll cut off a few topics. It's grand.
Okay.
So a judge rules. This is a judge in England has ruled that calling men bald is sexual harassment.
I knew it.
Someone has been done for this. So each of the 3 judges overseeing the North Yorkshire Tribunal
Were they all
themselves
bald?
suffered from hair loss and concluded that using the word bald to describe someone is a form of discrimination.
That's insane.
Yeah, someone was done for it, for calling someone bald, and it was cited as
where are we going
as
in the world?
sexual harassment.
Wait, but did they rub it like?
I know, calling them the words.
So you're bald. It means something bad.
Apparently so. Stating what someone is now is
How do you describe it then?
against the law.
How do you describe someone no hair?
Follically
Challenged?
I know. Yeah.
Hair obsolete.
Where do we? What? Yeah. What do you do?
I know. It's
Do you
very,
just avoid the?
It's very
I thought
expensive
bald
to
was
get your
a-
hair back.
It
That
is
was
very
a
expensive.
medical
Yeah.
term.
It's cheap enough to lose it now, but yeah, getting rid of it is, or getting it back is very expensive.
Yeah.
I
I don't mind.
I think it suits you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember you with hair.
Apparently, I have like a third face or a third's face or something, and it suits. So
Who
like,
said this to you? This is to mean people.
My mom.
it's your proportions
A
of in your
third
face.
face?
Yeah, so it goes like 3, 3, and 3.
Oh,
Right.
third.
The rule of thirds are.
I thought you said
It's
turd face.
like see your piece of shit face.
Yeah. Hey, shit face.
Yeah, that was me.
I was like, what?
That's the boards malaxing
Terrible
coming
thing
in,
to do.
unfortunately.
God.
33 and a third.
Turd face.
So you have a rule of third face.
Yeah, apparently it's a thing. I don't know. So like, obviously, if you have a really big forehead, it doesn't suit you,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and mine is
You have a nice,
proportionately.
you have a fine
so-
forehead, yeah.
Let me see. Step away from the mic just
It's
for a
probably
sec.
bullshit.
Let me see. Oh, that's a well-proportioned face. Yeah, if ever
Yeah.
there was
He looks
one.
like a famous actor.
He does, yeah.
He could be an actor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Like Bruce
Jason,
Willis.
Jason Statham. Or,
Well, like
Two bald people we just named.
yeah.
The Rock, or maybe, Will Smith's wife.
I find it very hard to get.
Oh.
Sorry.
Oh, that came out of
I'm
nowhere.
No, it doesn't make the
Hang on.
slap sound.
What was that?
Oh my
Will
God.
Smith, what are you doing here?
Came from nowhere.
West Philadelphia, born and raised. Oh, he just sings it as he walks out. So you've got a third face. Very good.
Yeah, and I'm beardly challenged as well, unfortunately.
Beardily challenged.
Yeah, can't grow a good beard like John.
That's
Are you?
that's a difficult mix.
Yeah, because like most people that
Yeah.
go bald can grow nice beards.
Yeah, go for the beard.
I think I'd fuck boys.
Janie, so what's
No, I wouldn't consider it like a downfall. I think it's some people would consider that.
No, I'd like a good beard if.
it'd
you know.
be, yeah, it's nice as you get older to maybe
Yeah.
throw out a little beard maybe now and again.
But I look like a rabbi. It gets long
Like
on
an
the chin.
Amish guy.
Oh, right. Again, just come away from the mic. Let's just see.
Nothing's this side.
Oh, you've got a decent.
And have you like shaved? Because usually when you shave, then it kind of entices a bit of.
I think that's a myth.
It's a myth.
Like
My back would tell
like,
you
like the
different.
moon.
Debunked.
I haven't clean shaven though since I was 21.
Right.
Well, maybe that's got
I think
something to do with it.
I think you should give it a go.
Clean
I think
shaven?
when you clean shave,
I have to buy a razor.
it entices the follicles.
Yeah, teases them out. There's stuff you can get for
Would that work with my head?
I don't think it
I'll
did.
give it a go. I'll try it out for you.
Tester.
Eyebrows and everything.
There's stuff I think you can get, like a. Although they're probably
there's
all
a-
snake oil
There's
shite, really, aren't they?
There's a Cork company that does that, the beard company down in Cork.
Yeah.
And it's like oil you're meant to rub in and stuff, and
Yeah.
you get like this like little roller with spikes or
That's the
something.
thing. Yeah, that's what I was going to talk about.
That's a lot of commitment.
It's probably a lot of bullshit as well.
I want to be like Peter and Family Guy, and like when he loses his hair, he can push it out like Mala.
No,
That's what I would
yeah.
be.
If only. You just end up pooping yourself every time. You'll have a third face again. So my last piece of news. Let's get to the end of this.
Still
We're
on the news.
quite a bit in. This is it. 6 Eurovision countries with irregular voting patterns
What's that
have
about?
been revealed. Yeah, tell me what the hell that is about. Have you looked into this at all?
No,
So
because Eurovision's over.
Have you
Yeah.
demanded your €10 back?
actually, yeah. What happens to your bet then?
Well, I didn't back them both ways. I backed Sweden to win. They came third.
You can back a Eurovision
Third
Song Contest.
again. Third face.
What's the word? Third. What's the word where the horse comes first, second, or third?
Placed.
Each way.
Each way.
Can you
Is
bet
it?
each way on the Eurovision?
I don't know anything about betting.
Probably can.
Yeah, I don't know.
I just backed Sweden to win.
Did you hear?
Only for Russia, the UK would have won the Eurovision.
No way.
Do you think the UK one was
Did
a,
it give 0
was it a good
points?
song?
It was, in fairness. I liked it. It was catchy, and it pains me to say that, but it was probably the best one they sent in a while.
Why? Is this something to do with Spuds? Again.
And the famine, yeah, and like
Jesus.
700 years, they're coming over here and they didn't go home.
You were going to screw them out of a Eurovision. That's going to hurt them.
See, someone was interviewed in Northern Ireland, and they were talking about like a united Ireland or whatever, and they said, "Oh, the UK doesn't want us, and Ireland can't afford us."
Yeah, I've seen that.
Don't know what that's doing.
But yeah, that's probably true though.
I would like a united Ireland.
Yeah,
Because I don't think you'll ever get like a united country, because Northern Ireland obviously is its own country.
it's too fractured.
Yeah, but I think we could be like work better together if Northern Ireland was just Northern Ireland and not part of the UK.
Yeah.
and work better together and have just an island of like Ireland's.
An island of Ireland.
Yeah,
Well, things would work a lot smoother if but there is a lot of cross-border coordination with different things now.
yeah,
But you could see that during the pandemic, there was a lot of health stuff that was going on here that wasn't going on there.
yeah.
And because of that, I think probably our numbers were growing out of not
Yeah.
being on the same page. when
That
it came
lad that was
to-
interviewed, he said that they have like 8 massive hospitals in Northern Ireland.
Yeah,
for
he
the
was
site.
saying they got a load of investors from the UK.
and that's what I'm saying. So like, they're not going to want to give up a lot of that.
True, yeah.
But I think they could run it as their own country, just as like more cooperation.
They probably wouldn't
together,
want to,
maybe.
though. They probably wouldn't want to. I wouldn't
Really?
imagine. They like being a part of the UK.
Okay,
That's just their thing. And anyone who doesn't
but they can go back to Europe and would not be able to know.
it depends on their stance as well. If
I
they
think
want
they're pure unionists. Like
Yeah.
they love the UK, they love the Queen. So I doubt they'll ever.
What annoys me the most about Scotland is Scotland had a vote.
to. How do you get on to Scotland?
Yeah, just Scotland had a vote to like be their own country, and they voted against it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like everybody else had to fight a war in order to get it, and
They've-
they were so lucky that they could vote.
Yeah.
They've said they
And-
regret that.
They they didn't know Brexit was coming up too.
Yeah.
They got distracted with
Yeah,
new
they, should
kills or
do,
something.
they should do another referendum.
Yeah, I would have thought that would have vastly gone the other way. That was quite a
Yeah.
surprise. But
William
sure.
Wallace.
And
Yeah, there you go.
see, Liverpool fans were booing the national anthem too.
Yeah, that's an interesting one. Is that to do with Liverpool? Have said
We're not
or-
English, we're Scouse,
Yeah, that's the thing.
No way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
and don't bite the sun.
It's often been said that Liverpool is like the 33rd county of Ireland, isn't
It
it?
is, yeah. It's only 40 minutes away.
Yeah. A little wet cycle away.
I'll never forget. I was going over one time, and like we were up in the plane, and your one was coming out with the cart, and then she just wheels it back in because we were starting to go to land. It was that quick, like.
That is hilarious.
Man.
Brilliant. So I think that's pretty much all of my news today. That's
Cool.
excellent.
Cool.
Yeah. Dad jokes.
So,
Bad jokes.
wait, hang on now. Are you just going to say 5
I
jokes?
was going to go with 3 jokes.
3 jokes, but is this you're going to try and make us laugh, or are you just going to say them?
I'm just going to say them, but I'm hoping it'll laugh as you'll laugh too.
Okay.
Because, like I said to the wife and kids, I said I might make up my own dad jokes today, and they begged me not to. So I said I'd go with
Dad jokes.
I'd go with the Old Faithfuls. So
Okay.
one dad joke that I that made me laugh.
Oh, hang on. It should be sorry. Dad jokes. It does what it says in the tin. Because Ron Seal is like dad stuff.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
True.
Sorry, cut you off there, John.
It's no problem.
Are you ready with?
Well, I have one that's related to like
No,
because
I'm not doing that.
of Scotty's piece there on Tinder last time. I said I keep it like just a dad joke into the Tinder kind of scenario.
Oh, nice. Okay.
My Tinder bio says that I have a corner office with views of the entire city. I drive a €500,000 vehicle, and that I'm paid to travel around. My dates are always upset when I tell them I'm a Dublin bus driver.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
I hate spelling errors. You mix up 2 letters and your whole post is urined. That's one good one.
Yeah, I like that.
And then my own wife loved this one. My wife gets angry at me that I keep introducing her to people as my ex-girlfriend. Because technically it's true.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
That's good, yeah.
This is my ex-girlfriend.
Oh, I like
And she
that.
is the ex-girlfriend.
She's the ex-girlfriend.
Yeah.
Do you actually do that?
She's your last girlfriend.
And I'd never get away with it.
No, okay. That's a good one, though. I like that.
Yeah. And then when there's one more.
Okay.
And then when the wife comes up and says, "Hi, I'm pregnant," and then Dad says, "Hi, pregnant, I'm Dad," and then the wife says, "No, you're not." There's dad jokes.
Bertie,
Yes,
awfully, tell us.
yeah, you touched on it last week.
Yeah,
in last week's
yeah.
episode that you wanted to know.
Let's get into it.
How we got there. How far would you like? Do you want to just about the Offaly thing, or just how in general is the team trend?
Let's get into. Will we get into the history?
Hang on. I'm just texting the Kildare manager here. He's actually said he wants to know how. I want to know how the team was trained.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So we'll get into the training.
What your
side of it.
tactics will be for the next match.
Well, I'm not involved in that side of things. Yeah, I'm sure it's all right to say people's names.
Yeah.
I'm not giving away anything.
Yeah.
Do you want to know how I got the job in the first place?
Yeah. What happened there? Well,
Okay.
pre that job, right?
So the year was 1986.
Oh God!
Give us the-
Don't
give
go
us
back that fast.
Give us the PG version.
Well, in 1985, my mum and my dad were so what did you do just previous to coaching with Offaly? Were you coaching with anyone else, and what were you doing?
Yeah, so I started coaching in the LGFA in 2012.
Right.
So I've a bit of experience. I was starting my degree in strength and conditioning, and I thought it'd be nice, and I liked football and stuff, to be able to coach a team and then to be able to implement a lot of the stuff that I was using. And you needed like what would you say, like people, you would have had to go get people in order to do like projects and stuff to work on things like and like case studies and things. So I said, well, sure, we might go with a team and see if that was a good experience or whatever. So I was with Borsmill in 2012, and I won't get into politics or anything. We'll run through
But
this.
Boardsmill
really
was a
quickly.
good team, wasn't it?
Yeah, I got them to their first. Well, not that I got them, but I trained them to their first county final, senior county final,
Yeah.
Good.
and we lost to Essentialstown in the final.
Chancestown were legendary as well.
Oh
They're
yeah,
all-
like they've won like 15,
Yeah.
16 senior championships.
They're like the All Blacks.
Yeah, they all get us. And then I was with Nafina. Then I was with O'Mantleys for a couple of years. Then I was with the Mean Miners for 3 years. We had a good run. We won 3 Lancers and 1 All Ireland. I was with Oldcastle for a year. I was with Ultons for 2 years, and then that brings us up to date.
Was that just commitment issues? You just didn't want to settle down?
No, it's just that you either with the team long enough, and then you've done all you can and you leave.
Right. Yeah.
Sometimes the team vote you out. Sometimes the team don't want you back. That's all.
Jeez, they vote you out,
Yeah.
as in like the Voice type thing.
Can you like, is it like a game? Can you max out the players and then you just go, all right, I'm going to move on to a new team?
No,
the
like
maxed
I was
strength.
I was
weakness.
4 years with
Speed.
O'Mantleys, and
All
like
99 strength.
you hit a really good year in my 3rd year, and I probably should have pulled the plug then, but I went back for the 4th year, and then different things happened. Certain players were injured and missing, and the team wasn't going well, and ones went to college, and the numbers weren't great at training, and you were giving up your time, and it just wasn't going well, and they just needed a new voice, a fresh impetus.
I suppose
So-
with sports like that, it's different from, say, a normal job where you go in, you do your work, and you go home.
Yeah.
It's highly dependent on how the players perform as well, and how the team's performing.
Yeah, that's it. Like, I mean, we got to that senior final, and a few different things happened in it that like shouldn't have happened, and then there was
Scandals, like.
yeah, look at and
You brushed straight over that, didn't you?
This is a podcast. You've got to tell us the story of the scandals.
Sweep.
well, I look at it. I mean, we mightn't have won it anyway, but the incident didn't help. But that's That's 11 years ago.
How
now,
many
so.
people got pregnant?
It's 11 years ago. It's water under the.
What did
bridge.
you do?
So like there was not controversy, like a vote about, because there was a clash of colours.
Right.
So we had a meeting or whatever, decided what colours both teams were wearing, and then at half time the opposition changed their jerseys
Right.
to a different colour. But not only that, they changed the numbers. So obviously if the ref had like number 11 that was on a tick,
Right.
Yeah.
that number 11 wasn't 11 anymore.
Yeah.
So 10 minutes in the second half we were on top, and then we got, I think was it a 45, and the ref suddenly realised, hang on, those numbers are different. But first of all, she shouldn't have let a team change jerseys at half time, because that's obviously against the rules, and I politely told her that, and a lot of people did, but they didn't listen. And then they had to go and break up our momentum in the second half,
Right.
and to go change the numbers back around to the right numbers.
For God's sake.
And then it came back out, and then the last 15 or so minutes wasn't great for either team. And then it ended up being like, was it like 2-7 to 7 points, or 2-10 to 10 points, or something like that?
Right.
So it was just things like that.
And why
And
did they change? Like just
Because of the clash? Is that what
they
it
were just stubborn, like, were they? Just said affect them, like.
it was just something to try, just to break up the momentum of the game. That's all it was.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just thought they could do what they want or whatever. Like, maybe, I don't know. I wasn't on their team. It could have been one of those things that they weren't even thinking. They just said, "Look, we're passing to the Boars Mill players. We have the other set of jerseys." It could have been pre-planned. It could have been a spur of the moment thing. It could have been a thing that they didn't realise that people had different numbers on because they were changing outside. I have no idea.
Well, I'm
what the
thinking
story
the
is.
worst.
Yeah.
So you don't know. You don't know what to-
Interesting.
yeah.
And have you taken that tactic to any of your newer teams, maybe?
No, because it is against the rules.
Oh,
It
right.
is in the rule book that you can't do that. Like,
So where did that take you then after that?
then at the end of that year, then there was a vote, a committee vote, and the selectors I had that year went from the manager job, and they voted them in, so I was gone.
That was it?
Yep. And then look at when I started anyway, I always said that, like, it's not personal. You never take the football personally. So whatever happens, even with people, that's the football persona or whatever. And even in the day-to-day life, I wouldn't hold that against anybody. And people have done things on me in a football sense, and I still talk to them outside of football, because I always maintained from the start I'd keep it separate. Like,
What's the names?
Name and shame.
so and then I always thought I'd just do Boars Mill for a couple of years, coach them, and then that'll be it. But then I got to like it separately to the reason that I started.
Right.
And then there was a bit of thing in me that you wanted to show them that you were good, like.
Yeah, of course.
So then I went for a couple of interviews with a couple of clubs, and I went to Nafina then. I was in Nafina for 2 years. We got to 2 semi-finals, and then other things went against me then as well. And
More scandal?
no, just that they wanted someone else to come in. He came in, and we just didn't really work well together. So
Right.
I said, because you're not under contract, it's your own time.
Yeah.
Or whatever, and I wasn't enjoying it, so I just said, look, you can take over, whatever, and I'll step away. So
That's
that's what
it.
I done the second year. Then I wasn't going to do anybody else after that, because that had been 3 years. And then a girl from O'Mahony's rang and said that they had a good underage coming up, but they wouldn't be ready for maybe another 3 years or whatever. That they didn't have many players, but they needed someone just to keep it floating for the couple of years.
Right.
So I said, yeah, grand, I'll do that or whatever. So I took them over.
Now this is coaching, it's not strength and condition, it's
No,
coaching.
this is all coaching, yeah, because
Yeah.
at club level you don't really get employed as a strength and conditioning coach, but I was
Okay.
bringing the strength and conditioning into the coaching. So I was doing the
Sure.
football and still trying to do the bit and different things like that, and things I was trying. And then you had case studies, like I said, that you had to do, and it was so handy to be able to do them with the teams or whatever,
Yeah, of course.
by coaching and that. And so I took over at Matneys then, and then in the third year we got relegated anyway, because they was it promoted to senior in like 2012ish, I think it was, or no, 2013. But a lot of their players left because they were at the end of their career, or they were that bit older. And I think the first year I basically had like 9 or 10 of training, and then 6 or 7 that was only helping out.
Yeah.
So got relegated from senior. Second year didn't get much better. We got relegated from intermediate, but then the young ones started filtering in. And then in the third year, then we got to the junior A final, and we were bet like the last couple of seconds. Look at
bad
that.
luck, isn't it?
Yeah, it's one of those things, because like the referee played longer than he said he was going to play, but like we still had a chance to win it anyway. And then from our kick out, I think, I'm trying to remember, we were a point up, and we were trying to keep possession, and we just kicked the ball away when we should have hand passed it. One of the girls, it's just a thing that happens. They broke down the field and got a free. Yuan took the free, and it hit one of our players and ended up in the bottom corner. And we still had maybe 30 seconds to work it back up, and we were working back up, and one of the players got pulled down. We didn't get a penalty. They got possession of the ball, played it out, and that was full time whistle. Like,
Jenny Mac.
So.
No, sorry, this should have been a penalty.
Yeah, so then I really shouldn't have went back to the fourth year. I suppose that's one of the, not regrets, but like you were saying, when you look back on decisions that you made, was that a good thing or a bad thing? And it was 3 years, and I always said I'd only do 3 years with a team, because I think that's kind of enough. It's different if you have, like, say, Brian Cody, you're constantly competing, you're constantly winning, and things like that, and you might be getting the money at county level or whatever, like, and it's worth your time. But I just felt like 3 years is always enough for me, and I shouldn't have went back for the fourth year, and it just wasn't going well. A couple of main players were injured, and I said numbers of training wasn't great, and I just started not to enjoy it. And I said maybe it was better for the team that someone else came in and pushed them on maybe again and done different training or whatever. And it worked out really well. Like they ended up winning the junior A 2 years later. They went on to win a Leinster.
Right. And
then they won the intermediate last year, because all them young ones have now come up and they're all adults now or whatever, and they're much older, like, you know, so they're a good team now. So Phil's done a good job with them, like.
Yeah, I wouldn't look back at it with regret, though. It's all experience, but you're happy with where you are now. Yeah,
so like then I was with Oldcastle for a year just as a coach, not the manager, just helping Fergal out, because like that I said no, I won't bother, and then they got on to me to see what I was at, like.
It's a bit of a drive that out to Oldcastle.
Yeah, it's 40-45 minutes, like. So we got bet by in the playoffs, I think. We had a decent league, got bet in the playoffs, and then like that once again, then I was like thinking, what will I do? And I sent out a few CVs, applied for a few things, and some of them get interviews, some of them they don't even do the interviews, they just find someone in their own club or whatever. Right. And then I went with Ultons, but it was 2 funny years because it was the pandemic years, like.
Yeah.
So you had only been training for 8 weeks, and you were getting to know them. Then hadn't seen them for like, must have been 4 or 5 months, maybe 6 months, was it? And then just different things changed. But then we done all right then last year. We got to a league final. Championship didn't go too well, but it's just one of those things, because a lot feeds into it, like player availability, whether players are having a good year, who do you have, is there are the young ones too young for adult, would they be better in 2 years time, have you lost older ones, then there's ones getting injured then as well, and ones with jobs then as well that mightn't have made certain games.
Yeah. There's a lot that feeds into that, though, isn't there?
Yeah. So yes.
What brought you round then? So how did the Offaly thing come about?
So after the Meath minors, I kind of liked I was more kind of the coach, and I was doing some of the strength and conditioning, and then obviously I had done my degree. I had done the Bachelor of Science with Setanta. So I had that now, and then I was thinking I'd like to do just that. Maybe step away from the football or whatever. So must be about 4 years ago I started like applying for county jobs, manager jobs, and going to interviews.
County manager jobs?
Yeah.
Ooh.
To find out really the information, because you couldn't find it out like by emailing someone on what would they be looking for. So I said, right, well, I'll start applying for them, and I didn't really have any kind of inkling to be the manager or whatever. I just wanted to find out maybe the questions to ask and things like that.
That's a good idea.
So me and Sarah travelled around the country for nearly 4 years in a row.
So you applying to like Cork and
no, all sorts of Leitrim, Louth, Kildare, both the adults and minors. And then I was thinking, then after maybe the second year, and I was getting good at the questions and stuff, I said, maybe I'll try and get someone together. I might actually go for a manager's job, maybe with the minors or the adult team. But I just don't have the connections of people who are willing to give that time up, if you get me.
Right.
Like I don't have like a network of like football coaches at the time. Now I know more now that you could ask or whatever. And I got in touch with a few people, and they were like half it. Yeah, I'll do it. But then when you actually went back to them after saying, we have an interview with something, then they pulled out.
Right, yeah.
And then I went for, was it Longford, and there was another lad going, and it was actually the secretary hooked the two of us up.
Right.
So he's a well-known footballer, like, down that way. And he was going for it, and he needed a strength and conditioning coach. And I said, this is it now. This is the break.
Yeah.
I'm going, and I said, look, I'll do some of the football as well if you want. But he had a football coach, and I said, I'm more than happy to do a bit of the football, a bit of the goalkeeping or whatever. But it's the strength and conditioning. Because perfect, that's what we're looking for. We have a good team together, we'll go for it.
Deadly.
And then they done all the interviews and all. And I went with him because he hadn't been to any of the interviews, and I had learned the questions maybe that they'd ask. And I have like all my child protection, Garda vetting, foundation, level 1, level 2, all my coaching things done as well.
Yeah.
So I said, well, you need them, but once I have them, then that'll give you time to get them, then, you see, as long as somebody on the management team has them.
Yeah.
And the interview went really well and everything, but then the county board just voted the same lad in that was there.
Oh, right.
And we were kind of really annoyed, because if we had just been told that,
Yeah.
you wouldn't have
You
wasted time.
didn't know he was in the running.
No. As far as we knew, they were looking to replace him. Well, not replace him, that he had done 3 years and that he wasn't going again or whatever.
Yeah.
And look, of course, if the manager's there and there's people on the county board happy with him, of course they're going to vote for him. Like, that's just the way it goes. Like,
Yeah.
so I was a bit disappointed with that. And then, of course, you see, COVID came in then. So I had gone and got the Ultons gig then. So that was like, that would have been October, was it? 2019. Then I went with Ultons. COVID came in, didn't do anything then in 2020. And then I said in 2021 then, I said I'll start looking again. So what the tactic that I had the year before that was that I'd find out who the manager was. So I done it with Loud as well, and I found out who got the manager's job, and I got their contact information, well, their email, like.
You turned up at their front door.
Yeah.
And signs in like Notting Hill.
The boombox.
No, the boombox. And I'd email them and see did they have a strength and conditioning coach on their team, like. So I think was it Loud fella had one already, so it was like grand. Westmead already had one as well, and so did was it Carlow maybe? Was it Carlow at the time? And they already had one, so like, oh, fair enough, that's another year gone now. I didn't get on anything or whatever.
Yeah.
And then same last year, I was looking around, some of the counties still had the same manager, and then I seen that Breen and Dan had taken over Offaly, so I found Breen on LinkedIn. I shot him off a message and said, oh, I see you were named the managers for Offaly. I said, have you got a strength and conditioning coach on your team? And they were like, no, we were actually going to advertise this week because we've only been ratified there 2 days ago or whatever.
Yeah.
And he says, are you free for a Zoom call on Thursday? I said, yeah. So I had a Zoom call with them, got on really well, and Kevin is there, so they all know each other already, like. So there were like, there's Chloe, Breen, Dan, Kevin, and then Caroline was there already, she's the flow, and then Gav came in as the physio. So they kind of already knew each other because most of them were in college together in Galway. So I suppose they were looking for someone that was going to fit in with them, and they didn't really know me. They took a punt on me. They said, yeah, we're happy enough, come on board or whatever, do the gym and all, and we'll see, because budgets and things, we'd like you on for the year, but we don't know whether we'll get the money for you or whatever. And we got on so well together, and we've gelled really well together and everything. And then we done the gym and all, like December, January, then it was out into pitch in January and into February. And then I just go once a week now and a game, because all the games are coming in, and then when there's not a game I go twice a week with them. Right. And I still do all the away from the pitch stuff, so all the team builder stuff, setting up their programs, making sure they're doing it, and anyone that's injured or whatever, the physio send me on things that they can do and I update, so I do all that then as well.
That's savage, Bert.
Yeah, you probably want to know more about the Offaly rather than the very start of things, was it?
Well, that's okay. We can tackle that another week then.
Yeah, just one thing, like your dedication to reaching your goal is absolutely insane.
Yeah.
Well, it was
didn't give up.
Yeah, no, it was something I always wanted to do, like so. And I know the gym at home then kind of got a little bit sacrificed, but I've built up like a few people that are coming constantly for the last 4 years, and they're still coming, and I get on really well with them, so happy doing them. And then I was able to keep the Tuesday free or whatever and working around the Offaly thing, which is great. And I mean, it's going really well, and really happy with, like I said, and I hope the lads feel the same. Like, you get on really well with them, you can talk to them, you can shoot them off ideas and stuff like that and see different things, like. And then I do the bit of goalkeeping with them as well, because I said I wasn't going to go down there just because I have the few different strands to it, that I have done coaching as well, that I wasn't just going to do the warm up and their speed work and then stand around for the 30 minutes until the end until they're doing runs again.
Yeah.
So I said, because it was my first gig, so I was conscious of making sure that I was earning me money, if you get me.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
So I didn't want anybody wondering, look, he's standing around for 30 minutes, why are we paying him or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
So then that's why I said I do the goalkeeping, and I enjoy that too. The goalkeepers are really good down there. They're good crack, and we have the chat and we train and all with each other and all, so it's great. And then that passes time as well, that you're not standing around for the half an hour.
Yeah, yeah. It helps you as well, yeah.
Yeah, you know.
And is there a future of a full-time role? Like, is it always going to be part-time, or?
It kind of is with the GA. Like, it'd be different if it was like soccer or rugby or that.
The manager, is that, what's he, like, does he have a full-time job, and then does that?
Dan's a teacher and Breen's a doctor.
Right.
Yeah. So the GA is like that. It is really only because it's not a professional organisation, you see. It's always going to be part-time, like.
Yeah, yeah.
But you have to be paid for your time when you are a professional then as well, like. With the strength and conditioning as well, you know. So.
You do, of course.
It's that time, you know the name. It's the reason we all came. Find the words that are the same. It's that time to play the waffle game.
Do I need to redeem myself after the Oasis debacle?
Yes, you do.
Yes,
No, and
absolutely.
this one's actually more friendly.
Okay.
Oh, really?
Yes.
But we say that every time.
It's car related, not your type of boy racer cars,
Which
Right.
was bullshit.
which was like probably the worst. I know, money lesson. That was really good. That was really good. I apologize.
Hey.
Okay, Bertie.
Yes.
So wait a second, hold on. I'm going to do the timer. Are you doing the ding?
I will do the thing if
'Cause
I
you-
can
Can
have
you do
both
both?
things open at once.
You've got your ding on your thing.
Yup, you bet.
thing.
Dingy thing.
Let's see if I can. We'll have to edit this out. Okay. Let me. I'm going to do the ding now.
Okay.
Yeah, I have to find the app.
What was it called again?
Can we
Bell.
pause?
Service bell. I think it was called service bell.
What's on your head?
What's on my head?
Yeah.
Service
On your
bell,
hair.
There we go.
I don't know. Is there something on my hair?
Oh, you have it. Oh no, you don't have it.
Oh yeah, no, there's something on your head.
Oh my god.
Maybe it's off the hat, is it?
It's probably from the hat that you gave me. What is it?
And there you go. It's on your hand.
Oh, there you
there's-
go.
Fell off.
Oh, it's from the inside of the hat.
Oh.
There you go. Nice. Thanks for that.
Johnny's having a problem with dwell.
It's called service bell.
Okay.
Or
the
did you
bell-
just
the
did
bell
you?
is up and running, guys?
Oh, okay. Okay.
Excellent.
Okay. So,
Are you ready?
hang on.
So I've got the timer.
Gonna clear my mind.
Damn thing.
Clear it.
Stop talking. Stop thinking about GAA
Okay, so
this instant.
name
Oh.
5
Oh.
Toyota cars.
Oh.
Corolla, Avensis, Auris, Yaris, Alteza, RAV4, Land Cruiser,
Oh.
Hilux.
Oh my god. He's gonna get 5. John.
Igo, Supra,
Oh.
How are we doing?
30.
Celica,
Oh.
Celica.
You got the Sleeka just on the 31st second.
Oh.
But we'll have to take it.
Okay. Oh, it's allowable. Okay.
Okay.
It's allowable. We'll allow that.
Okay.
Unfortunately,
Ah.
you got 4.
Oh, that was close.
Damn.
The missing one.
It's never been done.
It's not.
on
Nobody's
this.
ever got the 5.
Avensis.
has they? No, you said Avensis at the very
Okay.
start. So
Oh.
you said Avensis, you said Auris, you said Corolla, you got Celica last.
Yeah.
What is he missing?
Prius.
Oh no, the electric one.
That's
Yes.
not a car.
That has 4 wheels and a bonnet.
I wouldn't have thought Prius either. Actually, in fairness,
That was it was one of those
That's
ones.
a
I threw in at the
snaky
very
one.
end.
Prius.
snaky one.
Still a Toyota car, lads. That's what it's
Yeah,
about.
yeah, that's fair. 4 out of 5. Jesus,
That was going.
That was good, Bert.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's no. Someone else got 4 before and something. Did it?
I got 4 on the FIFA covers, I think.
Oh yeah.
But that was that was all.
Someday we will get to 5.
That's all I ever got 4 on. I don't think it's ever going to happen.
Yeah.
It's just too random, this bloody game.
There's a lot. There's like I was when I was researching 126 cars.
No way.
Yeah, they have 126 cars.
Name all 126.
So and you have to guess 5 out of the 126 that I picked. It's impossible.
What other kind of ones? Oh no,
4 is
we
pretty
won't go
good.
into that.
When you think about it, like 4 is pretty good out of 128 that are available.
Yeah. Yeah, and you got 4. Like that's insane. Yeah.
Yeah, very,
Wait,
very
what
good.
kind of random Toyota ones is there?
There's the Camry. There's a
Oh.
Yemeni. There's a
Because some ones are called different things in different countries, aren't they?
like even there's a Toyota Alteza, which we would know as a Lexus.
Yeah, the Altezza. Yeah, that's available here, I think.
It is, but in Lexus mode.
I think
Or Lexus brand.
I've seen Altezzas about the place. No.
I've never seen a Toyota Altezza. I've always seen a Lexus Altezza.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Oh, but not a Toyota Altezza.
Never seen a Toyota.
Oh, right. Okay.
Altezza.
Yeah, maybe that's.
Are we
what
ready
it
for
is.
shell bums?
Shell bombs? Yeah, I'm good for shell bomb.
I've two. Sorry.
You've
Oh,
two.
I said that loudly.
We'll allow that.
Do you have one?
I don't have one today, but
I've got one, but it's not great.
Okay,
I don't
well,
think.
tell yours
Can I
first
tell
then.
my one? Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought it was interesting. Just, did you know that polar bears have black skin, and actually their fur isn't white?
what? What is it?
It's see-through, so it appears as white when it reflects the light.
That's a lie.
Oh.
I'm debunking that tonight.
Oh, Lord, here we go.
Debunk it straight away. You're not giving it wait until it's like post
I
edit.
debunk it already.
Right, I'm gonna send you a video of a polar bear.
That's if you were
stripping.
superhero
Yes.
John the debunker.
I'm going to sneak into a polar bear's house and see what they have hanging up.
If that's, I want an apology next week on the podcast.
Yes, I will give it to you.
Okay.
I will grovel the apology.
Oh yes, I'm
Yes.
looking forward to that. With the get down on all fours with the leather in the mouth.
Do you want my car shell bomb or my food shell bomb?
Which do you think is more
Shell bombish.
outstanding? Yeah.
Well,
And real, by the way, because it has
one-
to be real apparently.
Yeah, one is a historical story,
Don't
and
make
one,
them up like psychos.
one is quite recent.
Okay,
Which one do you want? The recent one or the historical one?
the historical one first, I suppose. That'd be good because then it's
Okay.
historical.
So you might see.
You're just saying words now.
So you might see on my notes there down the bottom. I've Bertha Benz.
I never read your notes.
Yeah, it
so
looks
where are
like
they?
it's a Bertha, and then
Bertha.
it's Benz like Mercedes, is it?
Yeah, so Bertha Benz is Mr. Mercedes's or Mr. Benz's wife
What?
that made Mercedes.
Mrs. Benz.
Yeah, so Bertha Benz was the wife. So Benz invented the car.
Yeah.
Well, not invented the car, but invented the Mercedes Benz car.
Yeah.
And to trial it, the wife took a 90-mile trip with the kids to see her mother or something.
Right.
Yeah.
And the brakes were heating up. So she stopped at a tailor or a cobbler and asked him, "Oh, could you put leather on the brakes that they're getting too hot?"
She's a smart old woman.
And
Perfect.
there in where it was invented were the brake pads.
No way.
What were they using for
Boom.
brakes originally?
That's just metal shit that was stopping the wheel.
Sparks flying every time you hit the brakes. Jesus.
And that is where the what we call now brake pads kind of started their journey.
Yeah.
Germans
yeah.
invented brake pads.
Yeah. Well,
Jeez, the old Germans were great, weren't they?
Yeah. Yeah,
That's an
that's true.
amazing story.
there you go.
How did you think of that?
I didn't make it up.
All right, okay, sorry. I thought you knew her just by the way you were talking about her.
No. I knew it. I heard it during the week.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
crazy.
I probably didn't tell it as good as the storyteller told it.
That's a good one. That probably should have been your second one, though. Let's see what your next one is.
Okay.
You have
So
to up it now.
This better be better.
Pressure's on.
patent pending.
Right.
All right.
There's a new I don't know, discovery or whatever you want to call it.
Okay.
So do you know the way you eat like a ciabatta or panini or a wrap?
Yeah.
And you're eating and stuff is falling out of it and
Yes.
it's all messy and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They have invented tape that is going to be edible.
No.
So you
Like
can
sticky
wrap
tape.
it
I'm against this.
wrap it around your ciabatta, wrap it around your wrap so it stays together while you're eating it.
That's disgusting. And no.
Why is it disgusting?
It's tape.
But it's edible tape.
Yeah, but it's going to be gross.
Maybe they'll make it tasty edible tape. They're not going to invent it and say, let's make it disgusting.
Yeah, but it's tape.
It's not sellotape.
But it's not real tape.
I know, but like, no.
Everything's
No.
edible if you're brave enough anyway.
I suppose, yeah. That's what she said.
There's a shell bomb there for you.
The famous last words.
Will we leave it at that?
Shell bomb.
Shell bomb.
Oh, gross.